Yo, this your boy Gold Rush Productions, back at it again with another jewel of the day. So today we're going to talk about how to push your music with a budget or without a budget. We're going to start off with a budget. Hopefully you do have a budget. You should have one if you're trying to push your music the right way and get it out there. Obviously it costs money to get your music out there and market it the right way, and this music game is a never-ending money pit. You definitely got to have some money to invest. The places that I suggest that you spend your money in right now in 2020 trying to push your music would be, if you have a YouTube channel, Google AdWords. You could pay Google AdWords to help promote your videos, get more views, get more subscribers, more comments. You can do Google Ads where you target certain artists' videos, where your video will actually pop up on that specific artist you're targeting, where you can put your link. And they can basically, when they say, if you target NBA YoungBoy, when someone watches that specific video you're targeting, your video will come up first as a ad. They'll have the choice to either watch it or skip it. If they don't skip it within, I think it's 25 seconds, then that will give you a view, and it also gives them an option to click on it, which will bring them to your video or whatever link that you embed in that advertisement. So that's definitely very powerful. Another method would be to pay TikTok, either paying influencers on TikTok to do videos to your songs, or just paying TikTok's advertising department. I know they have places and companies that you can go through to advertise your music on TikTok. For all y'all that don't know, TikTok right now is one of the biggest platforms. It's actually even bigger than Instagram. The only bad things and bad sides that I have heard recently is that China runs it, they own it, and they're actually stealing people's info, so use it at your own risk. But it is one of the biggest platforms right now, and there's a lot of artists that are blowing up from it. Another place you could spend your money is Facebook. You can create ads on Facebook Ads Manager and get very detailed down to your targeted audience, the age, what they like, their interests, what they don't like. It just allows you to promote your music in a very detailed way where you can target very specifically. And the thing I like about Facebook Ads Manager is when you create an ad on Facebook, it's not only going to show your ad on Facebook, but it's also going to promote it on Instagram as well as Instagram Story, according to what options that you choose. So that's another method that I suggest to do. Another method would be to, pay for some boosting on your actual Instagram page. You could also pay different platforms like Say Cheese. What up, Say Cheese? Shout out Say Cheese. They charge about $400 a post. In my experience, I feel like that's more beneficial than WorldStar. I don't really fuck with WorldStar no more like that. I've dropped a few videos on there, and my experience with them hasn't been so great. I noticed that even with big artists, like even when Lil Wayne or anyone drops a video on WorldStar, there's just like 99% people just hating on the shit. And it seems to me like most people go on WorldStar just to troll. It's a lot of young kids and jits and just ignorant people going on there just to purposely hate on people. But yeah, I feel like Say Cheese is a better place to drop your music and to invest in, because one, is cheaper. Say Cheese is $400, it's $395 for a post. You actually get followers from it. There's actually good comments. It's not all hate. The people are always gonna hate. Not everybody's gonna like your music or what you're putting out there, but my experience with Say Cheese and me seeing other people's experience, there's actually people that support on that platform, and from my experience, I've gotten followers, I've gotten likes, and I've gained fans from it. But I do feel that it's really only beneficial if you're gonna post on certain platforms like that consistently. But I feel like it's only really worth it if you're going to be dropping on platforms like that consistently. If you're not dropping consistently and you just drop a video and then you disappear, it's not going to really be worth it. You're kind of wasting your money, because they're going to see you and then they're going to forget about you in a week. The people that I really see benefiting on these platforms are people that are dropping like twice a month, at least once or twice a month on these platforms, because that's really the only way people are going to take you serious. So yeah, these are just some of the areas that I would spend my money if I was you. If you're going to invest your money into your music and marketing it, Another good thing that a lot of people are not aware of is Spotify. Spotify is a very powerful platform to get your music out there as well as profit from your streams. You can actually go straight through Spotify. You ain't got to go through no third-party company. You can go to Spotify ads, and you can actually create a commercial that Spotify will sponsor and they will play. And basically you can make a custom commercial. You can either have them make it, which will be some type of automated voice, like you can pick a female or male's voice, I believe. I always make my own commercial where, like for an example, I did a Spotify ad on my H2O song. I also did one on my Fortune Cookie song. So like with Fortune Cookie, I did a Spotify ads on there. I spent $1,500 on it, and I made my own custom commercial where I was basically like, yo, it's your boy Raid and Rush. Check out my new single Fortune Cookie. Make sure you follow my Spotify and pre-save the song. Make the commercial real nice and short, 15 seconds if possible. And what it basically did for me was it got me about almost 50,000 streams. I gained a lot of followers. I gained a lot of monthly listeners. Now your monthly listeners on Spotify will always diminish. They're always going to, you know, go back down, but your core fan base will always be there. And that's another thing I want to stress about marketing your music. You really need to focus on building an organic fan base. If you can build a organic fan base to where you have 1,000 real organic fans that support all of your projects or merchandise, then most likely you're gonna have close to 1,000 streams, 1,000 sales. You might sell 1,000 shirts, you know. So it's very important to grow organically. And another thing is, if you're trying to grow on any platform, it could be Instagram, it could be Facebook, it could be any of these platforms. Unfortunately, a lot of people is not going to show you love until you show them love. Most people are not going to follow you until you follow them. Most people are not going to comment on your posts until you start commenting on their posts. So it's important to engage with people, especially people that are supporting you, liking your pictures. Make sure you show them the love back that they're showing you. Make sure you go into their page, liking their stuff, commenting on their stuff. Make sure you following them back if they following you. If they DM you, make sure you try your hardest to respond to them. It's all about creating relationships as far as growing organically. So these are all different methods that you can use if you have a budget. The last method that I just talked about as far as growing an organic fan base, that can be done without a budget. You can follow people all day, you can like people's posts, you can comment, you can engage. I can't stress it anymore. But yeah, if you don't have a budget, use that method where you just constantly following people, liking, commenting, dropping quality content consistently. I suggest that you drop content at least every other day or at least 3 to 4 times a week. And that'll also help you grow. What I've also noticed in Instagram's algorithm is if you don't post frequently, it actually hurts your discoverability. Like if you're not posting that much, say you only post once a week, for some reason the algorithm of Instagram is going to hide your posts. It's not going to show it to as many people as it should. And all of our followers are not seeing our posts. So if you get mad and you feel like your followers are not supporting you, like, why are my friends not liking my stuff? Like, they see me but they're not liking it, and you getting mad about it. Don't stress about that, because the algorithm of Instagram's algorithm is only showing your material to 10% of your following. So just keep that in mind. Stay consistent. I'm trying to think of any other ways that you could promote your music without a budget. Another good tactic, both ways, with a budget, without a budget, but you can do this without a budget, is to create an email list. Alright, so if you're an artist, if you're a producer, just constantly build an email list. Create a note in your phone or a template on your computer, and just start collecting emails from everyone that supports your music. Everyone, if you see someone commenting on your shit, or if they're in your DM complimenting you about your music, saying they want to work with you, you know, tell them thank you, I appreciate that, and ask them for their email. Say, hey, would you like to join my email list? 9 times out of 10 they'll be like, sure, yeah. Alright, get their email and put that down in a note and just collect a whole bunch of emails. This goes for DJs too. DJs are very important in getting your music out there, so you also need to, me personally, I have a DJ email list where I just collect DJs emails to send my music out when I have a new single. And then I also have a Raid and Rush email list for people that are fans and interested in my music as an artist. I also have an email list as Gold Rush Productions as a producer for people that are specifically interested in me as a producer and my beats. So that's very important too. Create an email list. This will definitely come in handy when you're dropping a new single. You can just email every single person, hey, my new single's out, go support it. You could drop whatever link you want. Alright, so these are all different methods that you can do without no budget, and it will definitely help you grow. I understand everybody doesn't have a budget, but if you don't, now is the time to start saving. If you got a single, don't just rush it and just try to put it out. Give it at least 4 weeks from the time that you schedule it. This will also allow Spotify to give Spotify enough time to go over your music and possibly put your music on a Spotify playlist. These are just some methods that you can use without a budget. I've already gone over the part with a budget. There's more things that I could talk about, but I don't want to make this video too long. If you have any questions, hit me up in the comments. I'll definitely respond. I'll respond to everybody. If you DM me, I'll respond to you. And all y'all hit me up right now during this quarantine. I'm working with all budgets. It goes from beats to mixes, masters, featuring. I'm doing coaching calls. I'm doing virtual sessions through WhatsApp, house party, working through email. Alright, so all y'all hit me up. This the jewel of the day. Paint the city gold. I'm out.